Hi, here I am again. You know, on Facebook I call myself the shameless self-promoter because I only talk about my book these days. Well, I'm going to talk about something else. Well, not exactly. A few weeks ago, by the time this goes up, I think it's 2 weeks ago, I asked a copyright on a second book that I'm hoping to publish in the summer. It's a totally different story. Well, it has uh, some aspects from the other, but it's a totally different story. It's on a different planet. It doesn't involve humans. It involves another creature that evolved as bipedal and stuff. It's a fantasy. It's basically, I call it fantasy with a touch of ancient alien theory in it. Not that I really believe that in ancient alien theory, but I thought it was interesting to put that in the story to make it more interesting. But it basically um, is in an era more the medieval with castles and elaborate castles and stuff in what is called a realm. These people live in valleys. Um, Later, you will find out things because it was like difficult to write in the sense that I had to convey the fact that they didn't know certain things. These people never saw an ocean, for example, stuff like that. And it is basically, it begins with a man, a kind of soldier, mercenary kind of guy who is basically given the assignment by a king to take his daughter to another city from another race. Here we go again. To marry him off, to marry her, I'm sorry, off to that prince there. Which is a bit strange in the realm, as you will find out, because there are basically three races in that realm. One is blue, the other is red, and the princess is from the yellow race. And then there are mixtures between those races, which are called hybrids. We talk about purebreds and hybrids, and there is a lot of mistrust, especially between the races and the hybrids. And then something happens, an attack happens, and everything goes into a free fall, culminating or possibly culminating into a war. It's an entirely different story. During the story, you get to know some things about the origin of that race. Um, they live in a triple star system, for instance. They know that, of course. They live with a red giant, a blue giant, and a yellow sun, like ours, more or less. And you will, I mean, the story goes on telling about the distrust, about the racism again, about the struggle to survive because there is a tribal, a valley where tribal people live, and they are now uniting. They are all, or the majority of them, are hybrids, and they're attacking the purebreds. It's more complicated than that. I just wanted to let you know that possibly in the summer there is a second book of mine, and I will tell maybe a little bit more about it in a later video. Having said that, my other book is still available. You can still buy it on Amazon. Link in the description, you know how it goes. And from the shameless self promoter, I hope to see you later.